You know what? We know it is not ideal to tap into your retirement, but also we know that more Americans are pulling from their 401ks. We've been reporting on this. So,
just
a
reality.
big issue. Yes, reality.
Reality. So, joining us now, Jeff Sachs from Sachs Financial to talk about reality, right? Real life responses and maybe better ways to go about withdrawing from your retirement. Welcome, my friend.
It's good to be here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys.
Yeah, we were monitoring. We were admiring your coat,
Thank
your
you.
jacket.
Thank you. I did not pull from my 401k to pay for this
pay
jacket.
for it. That's impressive.
I don't recommend doing that, right? We're seeing more of that, though, I think, in part because the stock market is at an all-time high. So you might be looking at your statements and saying, wow, there's all this money there. I bet I could take some of that out. And some of those younger investors, younger workers are saying, that money is mine. Why don't I use it?
Before it maybe goes away.
Before it goes away,
there's some crash.
Really?
I need it now. I would say don't touch it.
Interesting, because I was thinking the opposite, like everyone, because we keep hearing the economy's great, but then everyone feels like they're struggling, right? So, I mean, I think a lot of people are also like, this is my money, I'm going to use it too, but maybe I'm wrong, I don't know.
Well, I think, if you're in a situation where you need it because you don't have an emergency fund, you might say this is the money that I want to take, but and it'll solve that short-term need, but it can cause a really long-term problem because you'll lose tens or decades of growth on that money inside that 401k, which really is an advantage for you later in life. So you want to make sure that it is absolutely the last case of you taking money out of your 401k.
Okay.
So that's one reason, right? You've been saving it, and they've been adding to it. That's one reason. Another one is the big tax.
You're going to get taxed.
Some folks are able to take the hardship withdrawal. Kind of explain that.
So a hardship withdrawal is exactly what it sounds like. You're in a financial hardship. You are at risk of foreclosure. You have some major medical bills, some big credit card, right? You need to get to some money. You can access some of your 401k. It's not for free because if you're young and you're under 59 and a half, there's a 10% federal tax penalty, and then you'll pay taxes on top of that. So you really want to make sure. If you look at it from a total perspective, let's just say you're working and you're in I'm going to pick the 20% tax bracket. Okay. You're under 59, you're going to have a 10% penalty, you're going to pay 22% taxes. If you need to take out $20,000, you're going to have to take out almost $30,000 to net that 20.
Okay.
So you're really digging a hole pretty deep in your 401k.
Oh, it hurts. But you know what? We have all talked about aside from Jeff, who's it's in this space.
It is
we've all taken it.
I don't want to tell Dad, but we did do it.
I heard you guys talking about it. I'm shaking my head back there, going no.
Because you know what? Back in the day, for example, in news, right? Historically, didn't provide a lot for moving expenses, and we're all on these contracts where you go 2 years, 3 years, whatever. So I was like, hey, you got to get to North Carolina, and we'll give you $1,000. Well, it costs a lot more than $1,000 to move your whole, apartment or house or whatever. So that's the first time that I took out from my 401k because we had just sold our house, and I was like, well, how are we going to get there? And that was still moving with like a U-Haul and all those things. So would it have been better if I would have taken out a 401k loan?
So that's another great option for some people. Again, I'm not a big fan of taking money out, so we want to, this last case scenario, you need some money. You can take a loan, and the plus on taking a loan from your 401k is you're avoiding the penalties and you're avoiding the taxes. The negative on, and by the way, you're paying yourself back what you took out plus interest from payroll deductions. So that can be a negative because you're lowering your paycheck at a time when you need money. But if you lose your job after you've pulled money out of your 401k, you might have to pay it back in a short amount of time. And again, you're in a position where you can't do it. So then all of that money that you've taken out as a loan now becomes taxable.
Wow. Okay, so you need $5,000 to move. What do? You don't have it.
So there are three things. Number one, that emergency fund, right? What we recommend for our clients is you need to have a 3 to 6 month of expenses saved up in a boring checking account just to get access. If you don't have that, you might look at a home equity line. Now, the interest rates are really expensive, but if you need it, this might be a great way to take money out of your house, which is basically an illiquid asset, hard to get money from, without touching your retirement account. And the third way is if you've done some saving and you have a Roth IRA, people sometimes forget that you don't have to be 59 and a half to access your Roth 401k. You can always take out the money that you've put in. Not the gains, but the money that you've put in, you have access to.
Okay.
So I'd look at
Great
those three
info.
things.
Okay.
Yeah.
But as you know, you've been saying, last resort. Can I share some of the comments? I'm going to walk over and maybe you can have some thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to walk over to our big board because, you know, we asked this and I said, okay, have you ever taken out money in your 401k? What do you do? You know, to save for a rainy day. So someone said, no, I will need mine in 5 years. Trying to pay off credit card debt now, so I don't have it in 5 years. Someone said there are a few instances where you can pull from a taxable retirement account and avoid a penalty, but still have to pay taxes. So the one time I pulled from my accounts was to make a down payment on my first home purchase. What do you think? I mean, they already did it. So.
Right, they did it, and it's okay to, you need to buy your house, you need that money, it's there for you.
Oh.
And it's in your house now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is in a way paying yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
You can get to it later.
And you
Yeah.
can see these are big life events. So Linda
great.
was like, yeah, I borrowed money when I was desperate for cash to pay for a divorce lawyer. It goes on and
Whoa,
on.
Linda,
Yeah.
sorry.
I
Great
know, so
comments,
sorry.
though.
Yeah. Let's see if there's another one. Half you can pull from your 401k without penalty, but you still have to pay for the taxes. Isn't that what you were just saying, Jeff?
That's exactly right. And it
Yeah.
could, not only the tax bracket that you're in, it could bump you up into another tax bracket, causing you to even have more taxes on that money.
Ding.
Yeah.
I had that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Be careful.
okay.
Really ticked me
Here's
off.
one. I don't know if you're going to like this one, Jeff. So this is from Sarah. She says, live life. Don't save everything you got till retirement because you might not make it. Enjoy what you worked for. Enjoy it when you can.
I can appreciate that sentiment,
Okay.
but you can't take a loan for retirement. You need to save for
Yeah.
your retirement.
I've heard you say that before.
Wow, that's
And
great.
I'm always like, yeah, you're right. I
Yeah,
know.
you're right, you're right,
I'm trying
you're right.
real hard.
I know. So do you think credit card or 401k borrow? The two bad ways, which one would you prefer?
Oh gosh,
More-
that's hard.
I know, more credit card.
I want you
the
to
two worst
create a
choices.
savings account so you don't have to touch your retirement accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
Jeff's
good.
going to stick around too because we want to talk about 401k changes this year that you should not ignore. So if you have questions, general questions, maybe we can get them in. But we're going to be right back after this.